And then I guess the button, so I guess I'll put it here. Okay, so good morning. My name is Vince. I'm the owner of Armstrong Plumbing. We are a residential and commercial service company, and today throughout my presentation I'm going to be able to explain to you how we got started, what services we provide, and how to best talk about us when you're referring us business, okay? So to start off, some of the things that I've seen people do is post some pictures. So here's pictures of my family, my partner, and our dog, okay? And so it also gives you some insight on some of the things that I do outside of the business, clearly some sports. So I'm a Colorado native. I went to Grandview High School, which is in Aurora. I graduated from there, and I went right to Metropolitan downtown, graduated with a bachelor's degree. That degree led me to teaching for 1 year, and after 1 year, I ended up making a career change. It was presented to me, why don't you try a trade? And so what I did is I created a list of trades, and I put plumbing at the very end of it. It was the one that I did not want to take on, but through a series of people, a gentleman had said, this guy I know has an opportunity for you, and he is looking for an apprentice, and he's a plumber. And so at that time I said, why not? And I went ahead and started following this guy. And so from my experience is I've worked with a guy who had just his truck and took calls on his phone, and then I worked myself up to a company that was running 2 trucks, and his office was, his wife was HR, his house was the storage, and then I've gone to a company that's running 10 trucks, multi-million, doing commercial and residential service, taking on big jobs, having team meetings, hitting numbers. So I've been in that kind of industry as well. So using all that experience from the guy in his truck to the 10 truck kind of company, I was able to create what I have, which is Armstrong Plumbing. And so at Armstrong Plumbing, our mission is to provide top tier plumbing services with a focus on exceptional customer care, ensuring you feel safe, informed, and confident in the home you love, okay? And the way that we do that is through honesty, integrity, and trust. A lot of that can be represented in our reviews, which I will get to. With that being said, I'd like to turn it over to what services we provide. So everything, you can either repair something or you can install it. Some of the main calls we get are water heaters. We do gas lines. We do pressure reducing valves. We work on toilets. We do faucet repairs. We do rough-in plumbing. So if you're looking to add something in your home that isn't there, we do that as well. We do drain cleanings. We do excavations of not only sewer, but also water. So we do this not only for a business, but we do this for the residential home. So I also put there many more. I stop there. There's plenty of things we get calls for. However, if there's something that is not on there that you see, please ask. I will be honest with you whether or not we do it or we don't do it, okay? So moving forward with some of the comments that you might hear, not only with yourself, your partner, but also with people around you, maybe tenants, is all of a sudden we noticed a water pressure change. That stuff I get on the phone, that's what people tell me. If these comments are coming up, these are usually ways that you can lead into, I think I know somebody that can help you, or I have somebody I trust that can help you, and it leads them to us. When we use blank, we hear blank. A lot of people are auditory, they're visual. That's the only way they can describe things. They're not describing things in plumbing fittings where they're talking to me. They're not talking about joints. They're talking about what they hear, what they see, what they smell, what they can actually touch, okay? So when that is happening, there's a great chance to pass them on to us. We would like to make sure our water is safe. A lot of people are concerned about what's inside their water. We take care of that. It's like a water filtration. The water heater is getting old. We're afraid of it leaking. Very common. A lot of people are going to push the edge of the life of the water heater, and they're going to ask if it's all right. The answer is it's never all right. All right. So our water is hard here. Colorado is known for hard water. My boss, our partner, tried to fix it, but made it worse. It happens. If we turn it on, it leaks. I get that described on the phone all the time. If we run this for too long, it backs up, right? And so some people will try to play the game of how long they can run something before there's a problem. It's not worth it. It can turn into a massive damage, and then you're going to end up using someone like Jenny and their restoration company. It's not worth it. So, and then also we had a high water bill. A lot of people will call about a high water bill from Denver Water, and they actually have a water service line leak that's under the ground that they will never see unless they start to come up to the actual lawn. So these are the kind of conversations that you might be having that you've had before. These things lead us to turning it over to us. So how to talk about Armstrong Plumbing with somebody is really key. So Armstrong Plumbing is a small business, okay? That means that I'm the master plumber, I'm the plumbing contractor of the business, I'm the only one, and I have an apprentice with me that's part-time, okay? So if they're looking for more of a very, big company, they want the time, they want the plumb lines, they want the Applewood, If they want that kind of experience, that's not who we are, okay? So if they're not, though, if they're allowing something local, something small, something personal, someone that they want to actually be talking to, possibly the owner, at this time it is me coming, not all the time, but sometimes it is. So if they're looking for that experience, you know, that's what they're going to get out of Armstrong Plumbing. Their calls are coming to me, it's very small. So one of the things too is we're licensed, okay? So one of the things I take very seriously is nobody is going inside somebody's home and performing work without a minimum of a residential license. So I don't know if you've ever been in a spot where someone went into your home for plumbing or family or friend, and it looked like that guy didn't know what he was doing, right? You're allowed to ask, do you have a license? And if they do not have a residential license, they should not be doing anything inside your home in the state of Colorado. That's against the law. If they say they don't have a license and you ask where's the master plumber on site to supervise you, and they say, sorry, he's not here, again, that's against law. So what happens is you might actually see in my apprentice, he may arrive, I'll be shortly afterwards, but he's not doing anything, he can't touch anything, he can't plan anything until I'm on site and I'm actually supervising. So me and him are always together, he's never in your home alone, so that's the way we do things. So if you're using other companies that don't have that kind of approach, they are doing things illegally. One minute. So we're also insured, so we're also take care of homes. We also have the ability to accommodate all types of environments. My company knows how to step into a home that is in Cherry Hills Village. We also know how to step into a home that's in low-income housing and low-income housing and trailer parks, right? And that doesn't change how we approach it. That doesn't change the options we provide. It doesn't even change the price, okay? There's nothing cheaper because you live somewhere that's less, right? However, what it does mean is we have a range of options that take care of that kind of client from high end to somebody that maybe just can't afford to do that kind of work with us at that time. Here's some of the reviews. I really encourage you to read them on our Google page. They're really helpful to help you understand what Armstrong Plumbing is. And then here's one of our biggest projects we've done. This is a before of an excavated sewer line. This was done in one day, permitted and inspected, and this is the after. It's almost like we weren't there, okay? So very big deal. And then how to stay connected with us is following us on Instagram. We post stories sometimes. We're getting better at doing it more often to show you what we're actually doing that day. There's a Facebook page, and also you can see us online at armstrongplumbing.com, Denver for armstrongplumbingdenver.com for scheduling and also some more visuals of our company, okay?
Yay! That's so good.